They are symbolized by the two fishes swimming in opposite directions, which represents their division of attention. They are characterized by being very dreamy, imaginative, creative, and yet very emotional and empathetic. Since they are empaths, they really feel everything that others feel, and they can really feel it deeply. Because of this, they often resort to their imagination as a form of escapism. So for today's look, I really want to focus on that fantasy, ethereal look that I think of when I think of Pisces. Lots of blues, a little green, kind of like mermaid vibes, but also very just ethereal and creative. And I was thinking about what to do for this look all night last night, which I think kind of plays into that Pisces being creative and imaginating. And I'm also a water sign. I am a Scorpio. So I feel that maybe I have some of these characteristic traits. I know I am incredibly emotional, so that's definitely me. I don't know. I don't think I'm very like creative and imaginative, but I'm also doing this, so maybe I am. I don't know. And I am just using a matte foundation, but I'm actually going to use a sponge to apply it. I used to always use a sponge to apply my foundation. I just love how it looks. And yes, it does use a little bit more product, but I feel like it just gives you such a flawless base, and I feel like it lasts longer because you're kind of pressing it into the skin. And lately I've actually been using a brush to apply my foundation, and I really like it. I do enjoy that look. It took me forever to hop on that, but something about today I just really wanted to go back to using a sponge. And then I'm using a little bit of concealer to touch up some spots. So I just wanted to start with my base. I want to really focus on the eyes and start with eyes, but I feel like I need a base because if I do the eyes, my face kind of is a little splotchy, I have some redness, and it just never looks how I want it to. And I think I kind of ran into that last month, and I really just want to kind of perfect this. So I just kind of want to make some changes, and I'm gonna do the eyes first. And for the eyeshadow, I could not settle on anything that I have, so I kind of pulled out a few palettes. So the first one is my Nomad Ghosttown USA palette, and I'm thinking more of like some of these mattes. This blue and this green kind of are giving me that watercolor effect that I want. The shimmers in here are gorgeous, but none of them are like really ethereal. Maybe this like blue one? No, can you see that? It's kind of showing up green. There we go. The blue in there. Just maybe, but I'm thinking of relying on the mattes in this one. I also have my Colourpop Sailormoon palette, and this one really has a lot of like those ethereal shades that I'm looking for, so maybe I'll use some of these shimmers too. Another palette I was thinking of using is my Colourpop Twilight palette, and this one has some really great shimmers as well, and maybe like this light grayish blue matte. I'm not sure yet what direction I want to go with this. I also pulled out a Colourpop Jelly Shadow, and this one is called Sage Bundle. And this one has a really like pink, like light green to like pastel pink shimmer. So I'm thinking of starting with that grayish blue that I was saying in this palette, this one, kind of as a base layer for the look instead of using white. So I think I'm gonna do that and kind of just pat it in. I did forget to grab a primer, so let's hope that this works. So it's not perfect, but I'm really just going for that wash of color. I don't know what I want to do next. I'm very stumped by this. I'm using a big brush for this one because I kind of just want to focus it on the outer corner of my eye, but again, just very diffused. Okay, I really like how that just kind of slightly deepened it, and I don't know how I want to incorporate these greens, but I know I want to. So I think I'm going to go into this lighter green in my Ghost Town palette and kind of just like diffuse it, but we'll see. We'll see how this goes. So I feel like it's not really picking up on camera. I can see it and I think it's really pretty. So there's kind of like that green there, but I don't know. Should I build it up? I think I'll build it up a little bit. I kind of regret putting some of that blue right here. Okay, I'm definitely liking how that looks. It looks very like aqua teal. It's very pretty. So the shimmers. I don't know. Again, I really didn't plan this out. I knew like what color story I wanted, but not exactly how to execute it. I'm gonna swatch this blue in here because it's kind of like metallic looking. Okay, that's pretty. So that could definitely be, it's very like ethereal looking, so I could definitely see that working. Let's try the green one too. The green yellow, very like chartreusey. So I think I'm liking that top one better for this look. Let's see what my other palettes have. I don't know if you can see this. I'm barely able to get a swatch, but that one's in my Colourpop sailormoon palette. Maybe. It's kind of adding a little bit of that etherealism that I want. Nothing is like satisfying what I want from this. Okay, I might, ooh, I like that one. Okay, this is another pressed glitter from that one. I just put it on top. I'm liking how these two look together. Okay, we're getting somewhere. So I did grab my glitter primer because I needed a makeup wipe anyway, so I am going to use a little bit of this. I'm kind of placing it all over the lid because I want a very like diffused, ethereal look. So kind of just everywhere. And just be gentle so you don't disrupt the base you so carefully laid out. So I really like how this blue shimmer looked. It's called Quicksilver, and it just had like a nice like duochrome look to it. So I'm just gonna like place it kind of tapping everywhere. I don't want it to be centered anywhere. I just kind of want it very like diffused looking. I'm just kind of like tapping it out. And I'm gonna take that up to the brow bone. I really like how that catches the light up there. So I'm really liking how that looks, but I don't want to stop there. So I'm thinking of this one in this palette. It kind of had like a purplish, bluish, green shift to it. So I think, again, very lightly just diffusing that. And this one I think I'm going to focus a little more on the front just because it is a little brighter. Oh, that's pretty. Maybe I will just focus this one in the front because that is very bright. That is gorgeous. I feel like that book, the Rainbow Fish book, if you've ever read that as a kid, that's what I feel like right now. I'm just going to take a brush just to help blend those edges just slightly. Again, I don't want it to be so precise. Now the jelly pop, do I use it? Do I not? I don't know. I think it could be really pretty, but I also don't want to ruin my look because I really like how it looks now. I mean, it's incredibly like sheer. I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna add just a little bit. Let's see where though. Oh, I'm scared, you guys. No. I kind of overdid it and I messed up this eye. So I'm gonna try and salvage it. Just give me one moment. Okay, I just kind of blended it in with my finger. Hopefully that does enough. I'm gonna stop there. And here it's kind of another dilemma. To line or not to line. So I feel like a black liner could look very fierce with this and like unapproachable makeup. But is that really Pisces? I don't know. I have this Colourpop gel liner, which is like a duochrome green to purple, which I feel like it's kind of perfect for this. So it's actually very purple, but I think I want to. So again, I will be right back. I'm just going to line my eyes and use some mascara. Okay, so I did end up using that eyeliner and I really like how it looks. I think it definitely just adds a little more drama to the lashes, but you can't really tell that it's like that duochrome shift, but I'll try and show you. So we can now move on to the rest of the face. I'm thinking of using a little bit of contour, nothing too dramatic, but I do just want like a very soft look for the rest of the face. So I'm using my Makeup by Mario and I really like this one. I've been playing around with it more. I feel like I've been more in a contour mood than bronzer. I actually really like applying it with a brush instead of directly on the face. Directly on the face, I just feel like, I don't know, when I blend it out, I feel like it's kind of gone. Whereas when I do it this way, I blend it and it's done. My final dilemma for today is what blush shade I'm going to use. So I'm thinking very soft. I kind of want to play more into that. I have a few options. So this is Shelly from Benefit, and I've been loving this for like if I have a very complex look and I just want some blush, this has been my go-to. I also have one of the e.l.f. camo ones, and this one also, it's more pigmented, but I really like how it looks sheared out, and that could be really cute. So I have a Glossier Cloud Paint. This one is more my bronzer shade, but I was thinking maybe like playing it up. I don't know. And then I have this like topper slash highlighter from Fenty Beauty, and it's called Kilowatt. What a Brat. This one is gorgeous. It is this beautiful pink. I was thinking of using that as like a blush topper and also like meeting the eyes with it. I don't know. We'll see. So what blush do I want to use? It's kind of like what I do. I will hold it up to my cheek and kind of see which one I'm leaning towards. I'm thinking this one just because it has like that pink in it, but it is quite sheer. So I think this will be a good one. And this one, I'm not like going for a very lifted look, but I'm also not going too low either. Just kind of right here, a little happy medium. I'm kind of just diffusing it out. Like, I don't want it super low, but I'm just kind of diffusing it. Okay, but should I use it? Oh, I really want to, but I don't know how. I'm gonna try it just a little bit. So I think I'm just gonna go in with my blush brush. I'm scared. And kind of focus on my okay. Kind of using it as a highlighter. I like that. Maybe up here? No, too much. Okay, I like how that looks. It's like a highlight shade. Okay, I'm gonna stop there before I ruin it. For the lips, I want to do something super simple. I'm just going for like a Your Lips But Better shade, and I'm using Tarte Maracuja, one of their lip plumpers. The shade is Primrose. I actually really like this, and I've been wearing this more on its own. Before, I would put a lip plumper on, wipe it off, and do my lip shade. But yeah, I've been really enjoying this just on its own. And here is the final look. I really like how this turned out. I definitely came at a few crossroads throughout, and honestly, I feel like that's very predictive of Pisces, I guess. I'm thinking of like the two fishes going in the different directions. I'm not a Pisces, but I can see how that kind of went into this makeup today. I really like the blue-green. I definitely went a bit overboard with how many shimmers I included today. But overall, I loved how it turned out. Same with like the blush, a contour. I think it's really pretty. I wanted to tone down the rest of the look because the eyes are so dramatic and kind of the focal point of this look. But I really like how this turned out. And again, I'm just super excited for the next sign we'll be doing. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!